Hello, family, friends, and followers. This is your girl. I am so sorry. I have not did an update in a while, but I have been so exhausted. Going back and forth to the doctors and to Chapel Hill because I am coming down on the last part of my major surgery, which is going to be the brain surgery. I have had the first two surgeries, which I'm going to give you an update on tonight. I think I was going to do like 3 videos, but it doesn't make sense to do 3 videos. So I'm going to try to tie them all in together. If I can do 1, 2, 3 without overlapping, like 3 to 2 or 3 to 1 and then 2 to 3. Try to go into order. When I first went down to Chapel Hill, I let you all know I was going down there for surgery. I had to cut my hair, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like. I was going to wear a cap, but you all already know me. Here goes the big reveal. Ta-da! It's kind of already grew back, but this side is not looking its best, but it's kind of grew back already. But this is, I hate that you all didn't get to see like what it looked like after surgery. They had like the stitches, what it looked like. I can, if you all are friends with me on Facebook, I posted pictures. I will see, my sister is savvy with posting pictures. I will see if she has time to do an upload of a video. She's going to probably be like, girl, I don't have time to do that, to see if she can get a video of what I went through from surgery, if I can get some pictures and post that to YouTube, or either if she can show me, because right now everything like tech savvy, how I used to be, isn't that savvy as much. I really don't like that. Like, I would say since my surgery, I'm not that savvy like I used to be. And I kind of noticed that, and I'm not liking that much. But you can kind of see where some of the things used to be or were. That I had one right here, kind of one right here behind the ear. And when I had the surgery, my ear was kind of bent down because my head was like wrapped all around with the bandages, because they had the electrodes implanted in my head, so they had to keep them sturdy. And I would say this spot right here was like my anxiety spot, like that when I came home I was digging in. So I'm gonna have to take some cocoa butter, and I've been biting my nails like crazy, so don't y'all judge me. But this side right here, I think when I went back up there, I'm skipping to video 3, but when I went to get a what is it called? Oh God, my little sister has had this done, an angiogram done. When they put those things on my head, and when she took them off, I think it took some of my hair out. I don't know, but that's what it's looking like right now. So I'll just have to wait for that to grow back. It's just a process. It's what I'm going through. I'm not going to stress it. It's all good. Plus, when I was a baby, I used to suck my thumb and twirl my hair anyways. It's just hair to grow back. My hair used to be all the way down to my bottom, and I cut it off. I'm a big girl. It's just a process I'm going through. I'm not going to stress about it. It's just hair. And if it doesn't grow back, they got plenty of hair at the beauty supply store. I can get it, pop it on, keep it moving at this point. Just long as I'm well here for my baby girl. That's all that matters for me. Long as I'm here in this world, it's just hair. And like I said, they have plenty at the beauty supply shop. Long as I'm here in this world, that's what matters to me. And I have a great team of doctors up at UNC to supervise that, and a great neurosurgeon. He's just awesome. And It's just my team. I cannot say enough about them. They're just great people. But the surgery went good. But just the bending of the ears, I was just like, oh my gosh, my ears. And I was digging up there trying to give my ears room. I popped it out and under the bandage. And then the neurosurgeon, he came. He was like, yeah, that's not good. We're going to have to cut the bandage up a little bit to give your ear some space to breathe. Because he was like, you can get bed sores. I was like, really? On my ear? He was like, yeah, anytime you have pressure, you can get one. So I think I end up having something going on over here on this ear. But it was all good. They worked with me really, really good. And worked it out. Put some ointment up there. Some lidocaine, I think it was, to give me some type of relief. But moving on to, what was it? They let that stay in. They did capture some seizures. And I was looking over my paperwork from when I was there. Yes, I was looking over my paperwork when I was there. The types of seizures that I have is the tonic-clonic seizures, which are grand mal seizures that you're completely unconscious and you can hurt yourself and things like that. So that's what I have. And it's just a praying time is all I can say. Just a praying time. I did not ask for this cup, but it's the cup that I have been given. So I am a woman of faith, and I'm taking God all the way with me during this. And some people have these bracelets. I bought the I can't even remember what the name of these other bracelets were. I was doing it first. Some of you all may see them and say, oh, those are those kind of bracelets. You can use them as hair ties. The first one that's on top. And then the other one is my amber bracelet. It's for migraines, but that one didn't work. It worked for my baby when she was teething. And it's not working for the migraines right now. And then this other one, which is my bracelet. A lot of you may have that. That's my bracelet right there. But I had that one on. I still have them. But I'm just a woman of faith, and that's what I'm doing. I'm taking this by faith, taking all your prayers and your support in this with me. And I know that I'm going to make it out okay. After my surgery, I came home, and I want to say about a few days or a few weeks, I came back home because they said it was going to take about an 8-week recovery because you'll be kind of fatigued. And I didn't think I would be that fatigued, but I was very, very, very fatigued. But I had my good childhood friend that was there by me like every step of the way. She was taking care of Chloe for me while I was gone. So I thank her so, so much. And I had my mom that was taking care of her, and her godmom and my sister. They all toggled between to take care and make sure she was okay and back and forth to school okay. So I really, really appreciate them. And one morning I got up, was getting her ready for school, and I end up having a grand mal seizure. And I saw my left leg go to the left. I actually saw it. I said, in my mind, this isn't good. And then I fell on the floor. And the right part of my head, which I think I told you all, they did not see seizures on the left side. They saw them on the right side. And I hit that part of my head on the, see, I can't think this second. What is the thing called? the foundation, not the foundation, I know I'm saying this wrong. I'm looking right at it on my doors. Frame, the frame of the door work. But I hit on the frame of the door work, and then I went down, and I guess I was seasoned for a moment. Then I heard Chloe said, "Mommy, you just had a seizure. You just had a seizure." She called her grandparents. They said they'll be over in a minute. And then I laid there. She went to go get me an ice pack for my migraine. And she went to get me an ice pack and put it on my leg right where it was hurting because I was holding that spot. I said, "Good, very good." Then I got my phone and called my sister, and she was on her way. Chloe went to unlock the front door. Everybody came over. And when my mom and pops came over, I immediately went into another seizure. So I had two back to back. They tried to get me up. And Pops told me that when they tried to get me up, he saw that my leg was actually broken. So he said that he saw that leg was not working with me. He saw that it was going to the side. So I went into that other seizure. And that point, I went unconscious. I don't remember any of that at all. Any of that. They told me that they were trying to get me up because I don't remember any of that. The next thing I came to, I was laying in my bathroom. My bathroom goes kind of like long horizontal. And when I woke up, I was vertical, halfway in my bathroom and halfway out. And I'm glad they stopped because they're older. I'm glad they stopped trying to fight with me and get me out, because when you're that way, you're kind of like dead weight. And they stopped trying to fight with me. And when they were like huffing and puffing when they were trying to get me out, and said, "We're just going to let the paramedics get her." My mom said, "Just lay her like right here." And by that time, my mom was calling for help. And she was like, "Paulette, just stay still and the paramedics are going to get you." By that time, I heard myself panting for air. And I couldn't talk. I could hear her talking to me, but I couldn't respond. So that's kind of how seizures go too. It's like you can hear people talking to you, but you can't talk at that moment. So that kind of like wore off eventually. And then I could start talking. I could start responding. So by the time the paramedics got here, I was telling everybody, sorry, this happened. They was like, why are you apologizing? You can't help that you had a seizure. And I was like, "I'm sorry, everybody had to come out. I'm so sorry. They was like, "Stop apologizing." So that went on, that I broke my leg and had two seizures back to back. And then that following week later, I had to go back up to Chapel Hill and have an angiogram done. I never had one in my life. My sister always talked about them, my baby sister, where they had to go up and you're growing. So one leg was off. I could hardly walk, so I had to walk with my rollator. And then the angiogram, where they had to go in your growing area. I thought it was going to hurt, but it was kind of like they gave you, they numbed the area first, and then they went up. So he was like, "I'm numbing it first, so it's going to be like pressure and then a burn." So I was like, waiting for the pressure and the burn. Didn't feel it. He was like, "Now you're going to feel pressure." Didn't feel the pressure. I said, "Are you going to do the pressure and the burn?" He's like, "Oh, we're already finished that part." I was like, "Really?" I felt a little pressure. I was like, "So are you doing the pressure now?" He was like, "Oh yeah, we're already finished with that part too." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "You're really good." I was like, because I really didn't feel a thing. He was like, "Yeah." But the only part that hurts is when he came out. When I didn't feel it when he was pulling it out, but when he put his hand on the spot to like close it off, I was like, "Oh my gosh, you are really putting the pressure down on that bad boy." I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like, okay, I feel this. I definitely feel this. And I'm pretty good with pain because I've almost lived with pain like my whole entire life, because I have chronic migraine as well as now epilepsy. So I try to fight pain off really, really good because at this point, nothing really I don't really tolerate medicine good to deal with my pain. So I'm constantly dealing with pain. Like right now, people be like, oh, she's doing really good. But I have a chronic migraine and it doesn't work. I'm gonna take a shot tonight because nothing is helping with it. But I was like, that you're putting some pressure down. So I was walking like this like the whole time, like, oh my gosh, I can't walk on this leg and then this side is hurting. What am I gonna do? So every day it was just like a battle walking back and forth. So I don't know, but I know God has me. So before, when I talked to my doctor, she was thinking about a deep brain stimulator, and nothing against anybody that has a deep brain stimulator. Whatever works for them works for them. But that's something that I did not want to go with. Just my personal opinion. I did not want to go with that because I've heard stories about them. That's just me. I did not want to go with that. I just rather for them to go to the spot they need to get, clip it out, come on out, and be done. So she was like, we're thinking about probably the deep brain stimulator. And I looked at her like, and she looked at me like, so she already kind of read my face like, and I'm like, that's not what I signed up for. So when I went back in the room, Chloe got a chance to meet my doctor. She was so excited. And I talked to Mom, Pops. I was like, so what did she say? And then my mom said, well, she said that they'll go in your brain, cut the part out that has epilepsy and come on out. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Lord, you answered my prayer. I thank you so much for that, God. You answered my prayer because that's what I wanted them to do. Go in, get the spot, and come on back out. But my mom said that they said there's a 12, what is it? I will probably lose about 12% memory, which right now my memory with having epilepsy is kind of off right now. Like when I know when you all see me doing text messages or stuff on Facebook, you probably like, what is she trying to say or what is she trying to do? And I will write it and then I'll go back out there and I'll reread it. I'm like, oh God, that doesn't make sense. I wonder how many people saw that. And I'll go back out there and fix it. So just kind of overlook what I'm saying right now is just neurologically what I'm going through. So I go out there and fix it. Or if I'm writing a message to you and I make mistakes, just bear with me. It's just something I'm going through and I'll proofread it and try to immediately fix it. And even if I don't go out there and fix it, just charge it to my brain, literally, and not my heart. And they said I'll probably lose about 12% of memory. I was like, well, how much does that affect on top of what I'm already going through? And she said it's really not that big of an amount out of 100%. So my mom, being her and the person that really did not want me to go through this process, she was like, that's not that bad, Paulette. I was like, the woman that really did not want me to go through that process, that like really tried to talk me out of this, is saying it's not that bad. You know, she's saying that. I can really trust my mom is really, really like rooting for me through this, because my mom was like, I can't see that. I don't want you to go through this. But she's like really supportive of this now. She's like really supportive. So I really, really appreciate that, having her support. And she really loves my doctor now that she got a chance to meet her. She was like, I really, really, really like her. I really like her. And my doctor is very, very supportive. I had an incident where I got really, really bad anxiety, because anxiety can bring on a seizure, stress, and things like that. Dealing with the situation that was over the phone that was back home when I was at UNC. And she came and knelt down, rubbed my hand, and was just talking to me and calming me down. She was like, because if you don't calm down, we're going to have to give you some medicine. And we, don't want these figures to be off for your surgery. So we just need you to really calm down. We need you to really calm down. And she just walked me through it and taught me through it. And it took me a moment, but I calmed down. She's like, take your breaths, count. And she counted with me and calmed me down. So I really, really appreciate having such a great team. I mean, when I'm on Facebook and I'm giving them like ups, and my ups is no exaggeration, they're such a great team. And with having my angiogram, she came in here and talked to me, held my hand, rubbed my hand like this. And she was telling me what to expect because I was kind of nervous. But she came in here and talked to me to make sure that I wouldn't have like any panic attacks. She kind of said, it's kind of like having a stroke and your arm may fall down. She said, don't get panicky. Just letting you know that it may happen. It may not happen, but it may happen. But don't get scared. She said, we'll give you medicine to bring you out of it. She said, we're going to ask you to count backwards. And when we do that, you may be able to do it or you may not be able to do it because we're going to put half of your brain to sleep and the other half will be woke. She's like, so you may be able to do it and you may not. So when they put the left side of my brain to sleep, it went to sleep because it was like count. I was like 99, 98, 90. I was like, what's next? Like 97, 90. They was like, Paulette, wake up, wake up, wake up. I was like, and he showed me toys and I was supposed to remember them. Don't remember a thing. Could not tell you. And then when he showed me the toys, I was like, I remember that, but it was on the right side. He was like, you know what? I'm going to give you credit for that. And I was like, I remember that, but it was on the right side. So some of the stuff he showed me, I remember, but it was on the right side. So he was like, I'm going to give you credit for that. So it was like on both sides. I remembered it, but it was like an 8 out of a 10. So he was like, that you did really good. So I'm just glad everything went well. And I got to see my brain. My sister said, did you see it when they said they was going to take a picture and your brain lit up and you could see all the veins lit up in your head? I said, yeah, I did see that. I did see it. It was weird, but I saw all of that. So it was kind of neat and kind of weird at the same time. I was like, this thing is coming down. It looks like it's about to hit my face. They was like, oh, it's not going to hit your face because if it is, then we're going to have to talk to the doctor because they have your exact measurements on everything, your whole body. And I was like, okay, because it was literally like right here, like right here. And I was like, so they were all like laughing at me because I like kept them going, but it was don't want to say a good experience, but it helped me not to get antsy, but it helped me stay calm. In other words, it helped me stay calm to have a good team because a lot of them I've seen before and a lot of my nurses I worked with before that was in EEG. One of the nurses I worked with before that has put my leads on before. I worked with her a couple of times. So she was down here and she was like, I'm here with you the whole time. So you don't be afraid. If you need me, just let them know I'm here with you. Okay. I said, okay. She's like, I'll be right by your side. So it helps to have a really good team. It really does. So I really appreciate them all there. But hopefully you all know where I'm going at this point. Next update I'll have is when I go talk to my doctor at the end of January. And then from there, we should get a for certain surgery date. I may have to go talk to my neurosurgeon from there. And then we'll know about when surgery will be. It'll probably be in February or something like that. And then it'll be finalized. I hope you all enjoyed this long, super long update. I'm sorry I had to combine everything together, but I also wanted you to know that I did not forget about you all, and wanted you all to be on the up and up, because I have some new followers, and I didn't want them to think that I kept you all out in the blue, because the last time I had an update is when I was going to Chapel Hill. And now that I have new followers, I wanted them to know where I'm at, because one lady that I talked to, I think I was paying a bill, and she heard me talking to Chloe. She was like, "Oh my God, you're such a good mother. You're so sweet. You have such good patience." I was like, Lord have mercy, if only she knew. But she was like, "You should really write a book. You should really think about writing a book." And I told her, I said, this is what's going on with me right now. And I told her about my story. She was like, "Oh my gosh, you're going through that much?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "If you want to follow me," I said, "I have a YouTube page and you can follow me there." And I said, "I have updates about what's going on with me, and, how I found out about my epilepsy, and how I'm like kind of like advocating about it, so people will know that epilepsy isn't all about, shaking, eyes rolling back, because most people think that's what it is." And when I was at UNC, my seizures were more like absent seizures. So I would just stand there and not even know I was going through a seizure. And some of the nurses in the room was like, "I didn't even know that was a seizure for you. Like, you just look normal. I didn't know that was one of your seizures that you were going in." And I didn't know I was having one at the moment. But the people upstairs that watched me was like, "Oh, that definitely was a seizure for her." And I had no idea. But when they came down and tested me, and I was reading through the test, and my favorite doctor, Lord have mercy, they said I gave her this look when she tried to tell me to remember my name. They said I gave her a look like, "Why are you asking me these questions?" They said that when they went back and looked on the camera, that I gave her a look like, a displeased look like, why is she asking these questions? I had to message her, or when I go back, I'm like, "I'm so sorry for doing that to you." But they also said people with seizures, they will be kind of aggressive. And I don't like that about seizures. And I want to take that kind of stigma out of seizures, because we don't know how we're reacting, and we can't help that we react that way. It's a guy that I follow on my epilepsy page. He's that way with his wife, that way with his pets. And he doesn't know that he's reacting that way until he comes out and he sees the video that someone shot of him. And he was like, "I didn't know I was doing that." And we really need to take the stigma out of people with epilepsy, because that's not our demeanor. We don't mean it. We're not of ourself at all. Because like I said, when I'm out, I'm out. And I don't remember anything about it. The times that I've had when I was out at the Starbucks, don't remember anything until I woke up. When I was at the Harris Teeter, don't remember anything until I woke up. When I was driving before I was even diagnosed, I was in the middle lane. Next thing I know, I woke up, I was over to the far left lane with my baby crying in the background. Don't know how I got to the far left lane on the side of the road, but God helped me, and he sustained me. So it's just a journey that we all of us that has epilepsy has to take together, that this too shall pass. And however we believe, we'll get there. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.